everybody, and welcome to Let's Get Real with Jill. And before we start the show, I am going to tell you what it's all about today. Did you know that June is National Friendship Month? Yes. And did you know that June 8th is Bestie Day month? So what better way to celebrate but with my two besties, Sherry Schaller and Elizabeth Axelgard. So, but before we get started, I just want you to think about something. And I want you guys to think about this as you're thinking about your friendship in your circle. My Auntie Patty, or our Auntie Patty, always said to have a friend, you have to be a friend. Think about that. And if I can be half the friend that both of these beautiful ladies are to me, that would be a very big deal. But I will tell you this, our friendship is not based on measurements, thankfully. Our friendship is based out of love, trust, support, and loyalty, big time. So today we're going to share how we met, how this whole friendship began. We're going to talk about our crazy adventures for the last 15 years. That we've had together, and the love that we have for each other and our families, our kiddos, because think about it, 15 years ago, they were super young, and now 2 of them are now married, which is kind of crazy to think. We're going to talk about our core values that actually hold our friendship together, which is super important, having the same values. And then we're going to have some fun because we're going to have some question and answers as well. And that's what these cards are for. So questions are going to be asked, and we're going to kind of see who that person will be that's in the answer. So that's fun. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And then we are going to talk about how we came together through our real estate careers. And I truly believe that God brought us together. I don't think we knew that then, but I do know now that our real estate careers brought us together, and our connection goes way beyond business. I think that's just how God connected us all. And it's again rooted in faith, friendship, and a deep respect for one another. So let me introduce my 2 besties who I do life with. And that's Sherry Schaller and Elizabeth Axelgard. Hello! Welcome, ladies! Hi. Okay, so thank you so much, you guys. I'm super excited, and I know everybody has a crazy real estate career day, and you just got back from visiting with your mom. So you coming here this morning is a big deal, and of course you too. But I think let's start with our favorite cocktail. We have a Prosecco. Cheers. Cheers, you guys. Cheers to Friendship Days. Cheers to our friendship. And if I had cookies, we would have our whole food
I'd be
group.
eating.
Yeah.
We'd have the whole food group
We'd
here.
have all of our food groups. Okay, so you guys, let's just go ahead and get started. And I think I just want to start back through 15 years. I mean, think about it. 15 years ago is when we met. And I think what I'd like to do is, why don't we send this over to you, Sherry, because she was the connector.
She was the connector.
And we all met through real estate, and we were all divorced. Not one of us was married. We all have this
Unless you're confused, none of us still are.
I don't know.
Did something happen?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, let me tell you. Oh no,
Nope.
not yet.
We're good.
But almost over here. So yeah, we'll be talking about that too. Don't get nervous, girlfriend. I won't. Okay, so let's talk about like how did this all begin? And actually, Sherry, it started with you.
It did. I kind of connected all of us. Originally, I think, had I just started connecting with you a little bit? Jill said she never wanted to go out. She would always stay home. And I'm like, come on out, let's go.
Totally.
So I got her to go out with me. We would go out, hang out together. And then Elizabeth actually had a client. You were showing, was it the Batavies?
No, remember it was the Messick's.
The Messick's,
And
yes. I will finish this story.
Sherry's crazy client.
Yes.
Oh, that's a
Yes.
whole other story.
And
Oh
we'll
my
keep
God.
that one to wrap.
Okay. Yeah.
So Elizabeth was showing her clients property, and it was by appointment only. So the first time she showed the property, we kind of connected, had a good conversation, but of course we had to be professional. And then they wanted to come back again, and we talked more about our personal lives and all of that. And Elizabeth, interestingly enough, called me. You telemarketed me.
I
There's
did.
a theme in this world. And asked if I wanted to go out. And so we did. And I think we went to the races in Old Roseville.
We did. I found
for the
those
very
pictures
first
the other
time.
day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the very first time. And we started going out from then on and
Yeah.
started connecting with Jill. And that's how this all
Came
began
about.
and continued.
And from there, we immediately, because she was the connector, went to Napa.
Right.
And so we
Yes.
would literally do Napa trips quite often.
Too often.
A lot. It was a lot.
It was fun.
And I think that's kind of where the connection like really started. Because we were all together all day having drinks, and we had a limo. That was so fun.
Remember that was Steve?
Yeah, Steve Youngblood. We
Yeah.
had this limo, and then one of us would always fall asleep on the way home. Who could that be?
I'm slow.
And who sleeps with their mouth open? Okay, but then who in one of those limousine stories? I'm just randomly throwing this out there because I just
I
thought
know
of
what
it.
she's going to say.
Who wears the pink panties? Did you know I was going to say that? Do you remember that?
The power up.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, I
So-
knew it.
And then I just think about all those years. We did Napa trips, Amador County, and then you were always introducing us to these big crazy wine connoisseur people. And then we even just, when was our last Napa trip?
It's been a while.
We wouldn't remember it, but
Yeah.
you would remember.
It's been a while. since
Yeah,
we've been in Napa.
it has been a while.
has been a while.
It was that last one that we had the best time though. We always do.
We
Yeah.
started out at JCB Wine Lounge.
Yes. Yes.
Was it your birthday or mine?
It's usually all about you. So
That's
it's
true.
Probably,
Probably
was
was
your,
mine.
probably was
Yeah.
your birthday.
Yeah.
It probably
As
was.
it should be.
Yeah. and then we had such a good time that Elizabeth left us in the car while she went to the restaurant reservation.
Because, what was her name again? Oh, yeah. Had her mouth open, sleeping, and I was hungry. So
Yeah.
There you go.
We won't say what Sherry was doing. I'm visualizing it right now.
Oh, me too.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is, so we just wanted to take you guys back to the 15 years of how this all started, and it has been an adventure. And it's been an adventure with these crazy times, amazing trips, losses also. So, but that's where that friendship has just been like the core of the friendship comes out. And just supporting each other. So everybody usually sees all the fun stuff, but they don't really even see like behind the scenes what we all go through and are so supportive of each other. Okay, so we're going to turn this over to Miss Deb Bamus. She's over there in the background, and she's going to ask them some questions that we are going to answer, and then just feel free to add to it. Don't be nervous. Well, no, you should be nervous. But okay, and children, turn off this if this is if you're I'm kidding. Okay. All right, Miss Deb.
ladies,
Okay.
First question: who has the best birthdays and
Oh.
why?
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 Why? Because my birthday's in November, Elizabeth is in April, and Jill is in July, and we're busy working. So it's all about me.
Let me just second something.
Thank
here.
you.
It's always about Sherry because my birthday's at tax time, so we're poor.
Yeah.
Jill's birthday's in July, so we're slammed with real estate. And November comes along, and we have plenty of time to celebrate Sherry.
I feel like that was
I'm
planned.
not really seeing a problem with it.
No, yeah, no, and that it just kind of evolved. It's always been about Sherry's
Yes.
birthday. Yeah.
Okay, ready?
the
Next
last
one.
Yeah.
Okay, each of you have nicknames and special ringtones, which I've heard. Who is who and why?
Oh.
Well, one has to do with Sherry's birthday. And that's okay, so you explain that one.
So,
Okay.
Vegas.
One of our many. That was a great trip.
That was so
Yeah,
much
that
fun.
was
It
a-
was my birthday. Weird. And Jill, the first day we get there, says, "Oh my gosh, I found a drink and it doesn't make me tired. It's Fireball." I'm like, okay. So my friend, our friend, she doesn't have one, she doesn't have two, she doesn't have three, she doesn't have four.
I kind of lost count.
I lost count, I think, after 5 or 6 shots of Fireball from 5 p.m. until about 8. So
Oh, is that all I lasted?
Well,
oh no,
you walked
Oh,
around for a little
okay,
while.
Okay, yeah, I think
Uh-huh.
okay, because I could swear I came home like at 2. I don't know,
No.
but
No,
okay.
that was Sherry.
Oh yeah, okay,
Yes.
okay.
So Miss Elizabeth is tired. My cousin Doris surprised me at the airport, which was amazing. Oh
Yeah,
my
we
God, I
love
was
Doris.
so surprised. I had no clue.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth's like tired at probably about 10, so she leaves us. Jill and I are walking around, and then she's eventually done. I go back up to my room, and lo and behold, but Fireball is on the floor.
And we'll just leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that. But
That's her ringtone now.
That's my ringtone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fireball. Who sings that?
Okay.
Pitbull.
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 There
Yeah.
you
So
go.
her ringtone is Fireball.
But we do have to say one thing. Well, you didn't sleep that night because you thought I was dying.
I
So
did.
a good friend stayed up all night long while this one comes in and looks at me in the bathroom, kind of like walks over me and says, "Some people can take Vegas and some people can't."
And then
And
she
gets
went
into-
to sleep.
and then she
Went to
goes-
sleep with the pillow
I
over
took
her
her spot.
Yeah. So, yeah. She just went to sleep. And this one could not.
And then I was up taking care of her,
All
holding her
night
hair.
long.
Yeah.
Okay, but you know what? That's again regarding her best birthday, because Sherry does always have best birthdays. I mean, it's always an adventure, because remember a couple in that same trip where we met those people and that dinner?
Oh my gosh, that was fabulous.
It was like a $2,000 dinner.
But it was all about Sherry.
It was all about
Yeah, it was all
Sherry,
about
and
Sherry.
we were the
God, I love
cronies.
this.
And we
We just went along for the ride.
yeah. But that was crazy. And we had poolside with them. They were so much fun. Yeah. And it was, and then your big cake thing, and the chopsticks had your name on them. I mean, they even knew it was all about you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
They
It
got
was
the memo.
crazy. We do have those. Your
And
birthdays
then
are fun.
We have Elizabeth.
Okay.
My ringtone for Elizabeth is bad to the bone because, like, let's be real. Like, the lady is freaking badass, so it's perfect.
And mine for her is, we will rock you.
Both rock and roll songs. That's awesome. I don't have any ringtones on my phone.
What?
I don't. I feel like I need to do that
We're
when I
going to
get
do that
home.
before you leave.
But I mean, I always Pitbull. I always think of you, and I don't have one. I just for you.
Well, you have cricket. Wait,
I have the
cricket
nickname
thing.
Cricket.
Yeah, how
Yeah.
did that happen?
I don't know.
I don't know. And every time I say it in the phone thinks it's French, and it says cricket.
Oh, well, that's because it's Barbie.
Barbet. It's Barbet or cricket.
Yeah. And then we started calling you Barbie because you look like a Barbie doll. Okay, but this
A short
was way,
one.
But this was way before the movie. I feel like everybody started to copy you. Like we were calling her Barbie for years, and then the movie comes out and everybody wants to be Barbie, and we're like, oh no, the trademark is here
We have
already.
it. Already planned that.
Yeah, yeah. Like you just want to pick her up. I mean, you can dress her, you can fluff her hair, and then you put the shoes on, and Barbie is all set. And then that reminded me, because remember I bought you like the coolest license plate cover.
Yes.
It was the best, and somebody stole it.
Remember, I went to Tahoe.
I know.
Yes,
That's right.
Yes. So
Yeah.
Skipper got jealous, stole the frame, and it said Barbie looking for Ken.
Yep.
Yeah, and then everybody wanted to be Ken. Driving up, I'm Ken.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
All right.
What's the next question?
Tell the viewers about your secret wedding game.
Oh,
Well, it
All
was a
is-
secret from me, so
Well-
I have no idea.
Okay.
Oh, the
Oh.
first original wedding game.
yes,
Oh.
that never changes.
Okay. Go.
Okay.
You go.
Even though she was
I
supposed
can't
to
explain
respond.
it.
Okay, so here's the deal. And I did this in not high school. I did this in college.
Kindergarten.
Yeah, in kindergarten. Okay, so here's the deal. 3 of us are single. All right. So so we are to pick our favorite wine, which we did, which no longer exists. She was responsible for it. Pick our favorite wine, which we have got to do again. Okay, pick our favorite wine, and then we each have a list. And the list is first, second, and third person that you think in our group is going to be married, just within the 3 of us. So we pick 1, 2, and 3, and we seal it, and we put in an envelope so nobody knows what each other's names are.
Do we know where the envelope is?
Well, I think Elizabeth has it with the wine.
Oh.
Okay. And she still doesn't get the game, so I'm taking over. So we are going to do our, you know what we're going to do this when we go for your birthday?
Okay.
Yes,
I like
we are
it.
so doing that.
Okay.
Her birthday was in April, but we're celebrating it at the end of May. Okay, so we're getting
Because it's all about Sherry.
yeah, we're still celebrating ours. So then what happens is the last person to get married, not the first, not the second, but the last, that's when you reveal the list and drink the wine together. The last person. So when I was in college, it literally took 10 years for all 3 of us to have been married. You know, well, our odds right now. Okay, we're at 15 years.
Yeah.
Okay, but
It's a long list.
Okay, so do you get it now?
I do get it.
Okay,
I
so
totally
on
get
your
it.
birthday, that's going to be one of our goals.
Okay.
Is to do that.
Okay. I'm
Okay,
in.
so that's, do you get it?
Yeah.
I got it. That's
Okay.
the wedding game. So viewers out there, we've got
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay
last,
tuned.
Last
beautiful
one gets
single.
the wine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and the list.
And the list.
Yeah. Okay.
Next
Yeah.
There we go.
Who's the best?
Sherry and I are going to get married before Elizabeth.
Probably. At this rate. Yeah.
Okay. But it's to each other. Because we really want to hurry up with the game.
Some good
So
wine.
you're the most competitive.
Yeah, no. Question.
Was that a question?
Oh, did you
Oh
think,
no, but I think that's a
Oh.
great question. Who's the
Did
most
you like
competitive?
point to Sherry or did you point to me?
Who's the most
the
competitive?
most Oh. 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 Interesting. Wow.
That's funny.
So why did you say that? I would have thought I was the least, but you think I'm the most?
I think so.
Wow, okay. All right. Part 2 when friendship breaks up.
There's nothing wrong with being competitive.
No, nothing at all.
Okay. That was good. Good question.
All
I'm
right.
going to have to have a sip of Prosecco.
Who's the best gift giver?
For sure.
You can choose yourself, girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Big time.
Elizabeth.
The bomb.
Yeah. Like, you're like, how did you know that and where did you find that?
Where did you find that? Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing.
Back
Okay.
to being friends now.
Here's a fun one. Who gives the most unsolicited advice?
Oh, that's easy again.
Sherry gives a lot, but she packages it differently. So.
It's all about me.
She's more circuitous in her route of giving it, so it doesn't feel as
And
much
then I
like
just
that.
hide from it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, next question. Who do you have to negotiate on timing when you go to the airport?
And then we're reminded that night, the night before, that morning. Because Sherry and I, what we do is we go like right at the last minute. And then we even get in a car accident.
And still make it on
And
time.
we still make it on time. Yeah.
Fact.
But these are learning opportunities for us.
Yeah. Yes.
Haste makes waste.
All right, we're going to go a little deeper right now.
Oh, okay.
How have you stayed close for 15 years without drama or too much competition?
Oh.
Well, go ahead.
Well, my thought is none of us have drama-filled lives to begin with. So we're not surrounded by that anyway. And I think since the day we met, our friendship started out on having deep, intimate conversations and about growth and making each other better. Not even about making each other better, just lifting each other up, because each of us have had our moments. And but the support, it's never been about bringing the other person down. We've always, I think it's because we're secure with who we are as people too, and we want the greater good for each of us.
And do you think faith plays into that?
Oh
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, definitely our faith in God.
Yeah, we're
But
pretty
yeah,
fortunate.
we're definitely not. We are definitely drama free, but I think there's so much respect, and there's.
And I think there's communication too.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I think if
yeah.
things do go awry, there's conversation. It's not the quiet game. There's conversation when things go, because things can go off the rails, but there's conversation. So if it does, there's like, hey, this happened. I didn't feel great about that. It's a conversation. It's not just left in that zone where you don't address it. So
That's
things
a
get
good point.
addressed.
Yeah.
So I think that's really important
Yeah.
too, because they're not perfect relationships, but when they do go sideways, we correct quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what makes your friendship so well, just like work so well.
And I think there are some core values that we all have that I think are really similar. And with faith being one of them, and then honesty and family and being of value, being of service, and being generous. I think those are all core values that we have. So because we share those core values, there's not someone who's off on the deep end doing their own thing differently that just doesn't sit right. You know, it all seems to sit right.
And then if we have like just normal human life issues, everybody just comes together for that one person. Like and I mean, we've had some really tough things to battle, and you just feel that love and support and respect, like always there.
I feel like some of us in the group will internalize things more and not ask for as much help, and others will, we tend to, all three of us kind of do that. And I think as the relationships have grown, we're getting better at saying, hey, I need help. And I think that's really important, because no man stands alone, right? No, you're not an island. You need the support of your friends and things to hook you up. And it's what we want to do. And if we don't know, then it's really hard.
Right.
You want to support the other person.
Yeah.
Are you still thinking?
I was, yeah. I just think that, and it is, and I will say one thing too about Elizabeth, that just when you said, no man can stand alone, because we all are single, and you've had Kent, but we literally, it's different, and you send us something every Valentine's Day. I mean, that's a big deal.
I'm such a dude.
Yeah. But you do, and that is, you even just sent us the flowers this year. I pulled out the beautiful things that you gave us last year. But that is about it's just about thinking about us even during that time.
Well, I think because have a partner, they don't. To me, it's making sure that they feel wanted and cared for. She may have a partner starting tonight. Because I am a good wingman.
Oh yeah. Hey, both of us, right? We both have dates tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. But that doesn't mean that you can't still call Sherry. Okay.
We're gonna need a follow-up.
Podcast. Oh,
hear about the dating life.
Yes, because I'm not going to be called right now.
No, you're good.
Never after today, or not even. What I mean. Okay.
You're good.
We may.
Jill's good.
Okay, I'm good. Okay.
I think we all three of us have really good relationships with our kids. We also had good relationships with our exes. which, not all of them are still here,
Yeah.
but everybody still got along and kept those relationships tight so that the kids felt supported even though you were separate. So I think that's a similar theme as well. So it's not like one person has this horrible history.
Right,
We have a lot of things
yeah.
in common in the way we've handled our past moving forward, which makes it easier,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and so like Jim or Todd, if we're all in this, well, Todd just hangs out with us anyway. As Sherry's ex-husband. I'm surprised he's not here today.
Yeah, right. Bopping up and down in the back.
Photo bombing. But that's such a great point, Elizabeth, because that shows how that, like, people don't have that. I mean, that is so unique what we have.
That
and
is
that
really
brings
unique. Yeah.
So those relationships are brought in here, and then our kids, they want to hang out with us. Like, they know our bond. They so know our bond. And then they know how much we care about each other, and if they want to call us for anything, they know we would show up in a heartbeat for any one of them as well.
I think that's also another thing, is that I know that I can count on both of them if I need help or if I need them to show up, even though I may be trying to accomplish it by myself. I know I can reach out to them and say, hey, I need a ride to the airport, or hey, I need this, which sounds like a stupid little thing, but not everybody's available. They're available for me, and vice versa. I think they know that if there's a 3 o'clock in the morning call, I need to go to the ER, something's happening, whatever, that we'll be there. There's no doubt.
100%.
If we can wake Jill up, but yeah.
As long as I have my socks on, I'm ready to go.
Thank God you sleep in your socks.
And fully clothed.
Oh my gosh.
Ready to go for anything. But you know what? Because of the trials that we have been through on a personal level with losses in our life, we stop. I mean, you guys, people out there know real estate is crazy. We don't even hesitate. We stop and show up. And I think that truly is the separation of what a true friend is. You don't have to say, what do you want me to do? How can I help? And everybody says, no, nothing. The world stops and you guys show up completely. Yeah. And I think showing up is a big deal than just, what can I do? How can I help?
Well, there are all those people, you get them on Facebook and social, and they send a million texts when you post something dramatic in your life. And
Yeah.
But that's just a comment, right?
Right.
It's not a thread of showing up. It's just a comment. And so I think you have to have those people. I'd rather have just 2 people than 40 people.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. My next question was going to be, tell the viewers about something that all your outside circle friends may not know about the 3 of you together. You're sort of answering a lot of that.
Oh.
But do you want to feed into that a little bit more?
Well, to touch on that too is what's really cool is, okay, there's the 3 of us, and then each of us have friends, and then those people, like, we hang out with those people too. So it's really cool to have that. And one thing that I did want to say too, what I wanted to touch on, the last thing, is what's been hard, because Elizabeth, you've lost 2 of your girlfriends in our friendship.
Yeah.
And I could not imagine that at all. So I don't want to, because it's like showing up, and when things like that happen, so I feel like I'm not really showing up, and those are your 2 really good friends.
Yeah, I mean, those are friends I've had for 30, 35 years, so a really long time. But they're those friends that you talk to, maybe talk to them once every 2 months, and then you just pick right up where you left off versus our everydayers that we have. But one of the things that's different about, we have this core friend group, and then we have other friends outside. And like, if I had a takeaway of something that I wish that we did, is I wish that we could get together and not talk about real estate. Because we're all in it, that sometimes our conversations fall back to that, and it's an easy thing. So for me, because I don't have a lot of outside other friends, and this is my core friend group, that would be awesome to me if it wasn't always about real estate. If it, because it's the easy way to take the conversation, like, how are your deals? What's happening?
Well, it happens
today.
we could be
It's
having
just-
total normal conversation,
all of
and
a
then you
sudden-
get a nasty text message or somebody that does something, and you're like, oh my God, can you just believe? And then
Right.
it goes, bzzz,
And then we go down that
and it's
path.
not even intentional.
Yes.
It's
But
not.
when we're not with, like, when I was hanging with my other friends that are no longer here, I never talked about real estate because they weren't in real estate. So we were talking about
Yeah.
what was important to them. So it's just, I think, checking the work balance in your friendships as well is kind
That's a
of
good
one
point,
thing that I want to work on moving forward, because they are my core group.
And our kids even say stuff like
Yes.
Oh, totally.
that. Like we'll all
Turn
be
it
together
off,
with
Mom.
our kids, and we all of a sudden it all starts up talking about real estate. That's why we like playing the game. What's our game that we like? Humanity.
Cards Against
Yeah.
Humanity.
Oh yeah.
I will not admit to
Bingo.
that.
Yeah. Bingo.
We play bingo.
Yeah, we do play bingo. We do like playing games.
But
go
you
ahead.
know, you all are strong, amazing, beautiful, successful women. So for the three of you to be so close, you're like an anomaly, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we're not competing with each
You're not
other
competing
at all.
right?
I don't feel any form of competition whatsoever. It's all about support and friendship, and
Like, we'll check in every once in a while, how many deals you got out, what's cooking. But on a work basis, really, oh my God, I got to get going, you're killing me, right? So that it's not as it relates to the friendship, it's just a knowledge thing, like what's happening for you in the market. But I think that I don't feel like there's a direct
no, we each
competition.
honestly, and I think we each have a strength. And when that person takes over and they have that strength, we just let that person do their strength.
What are those strengths, each of you?
Sherry's a deep thinker. She's an intuitive thinker. So she goes into and she listens really well. So because of that, she's able to sit back and kind of say, we talked about who gives unsolicited advice. Well, she gives opinions, but like I said, they come across it a little different way. She's a deep thinker, like for me. And for me, Jill is the most generous, available, kind, aware of your feelings, thoughtful person in the group. So I think that if I'm feeling like I need to have some emotional, thoughtful stuff, I'll usually call Jill. And if I'm feeling I need to have some strategies for what my talk track and changing up my mindset and things like that, like what's happening, I'll talk to Sherry about it. I feel like they have different strengths in those areas.
That's fair.
For me.
I have no feelings.
That's not what I meant. Yeah.
And I think like competition wise with work, I think we are cheerleaders of each other. You have that amazing listing in Catavadera. So we're like, okay, who can you call? What can we do to help? How do you get it sold? Have you contacted people? So we're cheerleaders for each other, not, we want to help each other. And
Well, I just had a broker open, and one of the few people that showed up was Jill.
I was out of town.
She was out of town.
Yeah, she was out of town. Yeah.
But it's just like,
Yeah.
and it made a difference to me because at least my clients saw someone, they didn't know that, she was a good friend, but they saw another agent seeing the property that hadn't seen the property, and that's good. So I can count on them to show up
Yeah.
in a business sense if necessary, but that's in essence supporting who you are as a person, right?
Yeah. And not being envious of that beautiful 10-acre gorgeous property.
Yes, in Auburn. Buy it.
Right. And we're like,
3.5 million.
yeah, and we're like, who's the buyer? How do, we were asking, we want to help each other. We don't want to, oh, I can't believe she got it out. No, it's like, wow, okay, what can we do with this?
Yeah, then we get to go to dinner.
Yeah, right. Right. We can all go on vacations together.
I think that women can be not supportive of other women a lot, especially strong, powerful women. And I saw it a lot in the last industry that I was in. But that's why I preferred, quite frankly, working with guys, because they were actually more supportive, in my opinion, of women. I had more problems with the women. So it's nice to be around strong women that don't have an issue with that. Because that's not, again, like you said, I don't think that's necessarily normal. and we've got a couple other friends, Dawn, and that are just comfortable in themselves and feel good about how they show up and are happy for your successes.
Yeah.
You know, not picking at it, but happy for your successes. Yeah.
So we're going to just take a minute break, wrap up, and we're going to have a little sip of Prosecco, and we'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, everybody, thank you so much, and welcome back. And we are going to really kind of continue about what we were talking about with friendship. And with Elizabeth, you brought up a good point on our break, is women supporting women. And remember, June is National Friendship Month. So how are you showing up as a friend? And we were talking about how we're in the same industry, in the same communities, but we're not competitive like that. We only love and support each other. So do you want to elaborate a little more on that too?
Well, what's really funny too is I don't think we've ever gone up against one another on a listing appointment.
Oh, well,
Have we?
well, we have once, and we ended up sharing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And
I
we
mean,
had so much fun.
for the most part, it's not something that we actually
No.
end up being an act. You know, we attract different clients,
Yes.
which is interesting. But I don't know. I just think the important lesson is how do we show up as women for other women, for our friends? And I think that a lot of times you think when you support someone that it's making, it's a takeaway. It's a takeaway from you. It makes less of you if you're giving to someone else. And I don't think it is. I think women, I've just had some of my worst experiences in life with women, and I've had some of my best experiences in life with women. You know, guys are pretty neutral. I can handle them all the time, no problem. But I think I've had the most ugly experiences with women, and then the most positive experiences with women. So I think how we show up as women is really important.
And then that helps with who we're attracting in our as
Absolutely.
friends.
And I don't think any of us, none of us attracts like bad people. So we all have friends that attract consistently bad people.
Yeah, we
But
already know those names.
right, but then you kind of, at some point, you kind of have to, there's a reason that that's happening. So I just decided probably 15 years ago that I was going to have fewer friends and higher quality. It's just kind of like a diamond. I'd rather have a big, nice diamond that's good quality, or a small diamond that's good quality, than a big one that's super flawed. So for me, I'd rather have one or two great friends, 3 great friends, and then, that's okay. That's all I need.
That's enough.
Because then you can give them the care and feeding that they need versus,
The quality, quantity.
all these people out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, should we go to the cards?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Our go-to answer.
So unfair.
Except when it comes to birthdays.
Exactly.
Well, who is the queen of losing things?
Oh! Okay, these are not just things. These are not just things.
Found it!
Okay, found it. Okay, we are talking passports.
We're talking phone in the refrigerator and found it when she went to get wine.
Yeah, of course. We are talking driver's license.
We are talking, she must have 15 American Express cards because she loses them all the time and she
Platinum.
reorders. Platinum.
Platinum cards. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Checks in her glove box.
Yes.
Finding big checks in her
Yeah.
glove box. Yeah.
Yeah. And taking other people's luggage.
Yes. Yes.
That is. We should have had Barbie. Barbie and
Barbie,
yeah.
Barbie.
And soon she'll be a Babs, but that's a few years from now. She'll graduate to Babs.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like
Okay,
that list
guilty
goes
as
on.
charged.
Yeah.
Like I own that.
Yeah, yeah.
yes,
I think you're in the dictionary with your face on that.
Yeah.
She's a poster child. But we love her.
Okay, next question. Who takes the longest to get ready?
Oh.
Wow. You guys are so
Well, wait.
on point
Is it
with
me?
that.
Okay, but then who takes the second longest? Okay, and who just doesn't take any time?
And is always beautiful.
Oh yeah, like this probably took like 10 minutes. Like she is gorgeous. I don't know how she does it, honestly.
I'm fast. I'm faster
no,
than
she's
Kent.
fast.
I am. Totally faster.
Well, Kent is very. He is very
I'm just
important
saying,
to him.
I'm fast.
Okay. No. And then Elizabeth.
Wait, who packs the most?
Oh. Okay.
Oh my God.
And then who likes to use the stuff that I packed? Both of them.
No.
Every once in a while.
Yes.
Every once in a while.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll give you 50-50.
And who does our makeup and our hair because they didn't like it how we looked?
Oh, wait a minute. Makeup.
Okay, makeup.
Who does your hair?
Sherry.
Sherry. Okay, and then Elizabeth, she can like pack. Okay, you. Okay, in my suitcase, I have a Southwest bag tucked into my suitcase just in case I go over the 50 pounds. Because then they charge you. You got all that. I just like, oh, it's okay. I'll just take this out. Elizabeth, we got our big. Oh no, we are literally checking our stuff in, and then Elizabeth has. I have no idea how all your stuff fits in one little bag.
I traveled through Europe for 3 weeks with the rolly, with the that goes on the.
And she still looks like this, and then you won't even see like the same outfit. I feel like that's like Elizabeth has the Mary Poppins bag,
Totally.
right?
Mary Poppins
Yes.
bag.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And ours just shows.
Who
Okay.
falls asleep in 5 seconds?
I do sleep good. I haven't lately, but I do usually.
Why aren't you sleeping well?
Okay, that'll be the chapter 2 of this show.
Do tell. Your viewers want to know.
Your viewers want to know. Okay.
Whose ex-husband hangs out with you guys?
Oh, Sherry. Todd. So is he still doing that pool thing?
Oh, that pool thing.
That pool business?
I
kind
think
of
so.
thing? Yeah.
About 23 years later,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
still
he's
does that. It's
still doing
weird.
it. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
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 23 years later, and he's still doing it.
That's a private joke. Okay. And does he still like Twister?
Oh, God.
Another private joke. Okay.
All right, who says tushy and what
Oh.
does that mean?
That means, I'll tell you exactly what that means. Okay, so I'm going to have a sip. This is my good excuse for a sip. And then I'll say, I just want a tushy, because I don't want you to fill it to here. I just want you to fill it like to here, because then I won't feel so
tushy.
bad. A tushy.
Tushies have less calories. That's the thing to know. That's
Yes.
the takeaway.
Uh-huh.
Tushies have less
100
calories.
times later.
And then what is Sherry when she stands up?
Tall. No.
What does she say?
In her own mind.
In her calories?
Oh, they don't count.
They don't count.
Oh, yeah, when you stand up,
When you
calories,
stand up, calories
do not
don't
count.
count.
Yeah.
That's her motto. Just stick it.
So sometimes when I have too many tushies, I just think a tushy is a little bit, then all of a sudden I'm like sleeping in the limo.
She's tushy sheets
I'm
to the
tushy.
wind.
Good
That's a good
girlfriend.
one.
I love that. Yes.
To the wind.
That was good.
Any other crazy, funny questions?
Who was recently surprised on a trip thinking it was for Sherry's birthday?
Oh, and
Oh,
it still
that's-
hasn't been about my birthday.
Right.
Who was
Okay.
that?
This one.
What
Yes.
was that?
Oh my
Well,
God.
they have to tell the story. So I'll just start with the precursor.
Okay.
We met at Sherry's house, and I was dropped off by my boyfriend of 13 plus years. He said, go have a good time for Sherry's birthday. And I was like, okay, great. See you later. Bye. And I brought a crown for Sherry. I brought a little
Balloon.
a balloon on a stick so she
That
could
you
bonk
kept-
people on the heads with.
She was bopping on
And,
that. She was so
it was all
disturbed.
about Sherry. She was all ready to go, and we went off on a trip to go to Franklin, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. And we had dinner reservations for my birthday. And what does she do? It's always about you.
The entire
it's
time.
you,
The
you.
entire
She's
time.
rolling her eyes when I'm bopping her on the head.
We're taking pictures. It's always about sharing her birthday. And because it was, what month?
It was October, so it was the
October.
week before my birthday.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
2 weeks.
do you know how quickly, how quickly we had to get this together because Kent, who knew he was going to be proposing, says to Sherry and I at Dane's wedding as we're drinking our margaritas at the pool, he's like, ladies, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I want to do. and we got to figure out a weekend. And we're like, oh my gosh, okay, like, well, like, are we talking like next year? Because it's not like we're just sitting around waiting. And so we literally got our calendars out with Kent.
And there were 3 days that worked.
Yep. Yeah.
And then she tried to change the plans like a couple of times.
Who always wants to take control and change the plans? But that was the best because this entire time she's thinking it's all about Sherry and even buys that $12 stupid balloon and you're like,
oh, that was the best $12
yes,
spent
right?
ever.
Yes.
But here's the best part. The best part was even to the very end when we went to my sister's farmhouse. She has a farmhouse that she redid that used to be an old schoolhouse from 1905. And we showed up there, and because I was going to show them the inside because they hadn't seen it redone, and I was on my phone texting a client.
Because she always tells us to be present, be present, be present. Get off your phone, get off your phone.
Yeah. And I had somebody blowing up my phone, so I was trying to text him back, and Sherry walks up and she goes, "Give me your phone." And she takes my phone, and so I turned and gave her resting bitch face.
And said, it was Corella DeVille
well,
face.
I gave her like,
yes.
back off.
Oh, yes.
And
Peanut.
Jill's like,
and
you don't
she
like
takes,
it?
She takes my phone, and then we go in, and then he, is like standing there, and I'm like super surprised, and they were all in on it. And I had, honestly, my hairdresser knew, my nail lady knew. Everybody, my massage person, everybody knew.
The art gallery, everybody.
Except for me.
The
The
town
fact that I had no
Franklin.
idea was
Yes.
crazy.
The
The
entire
town of
town-
Franklin
yes.
knew.
Everybody
Let's
knew.
see. Let's
She's
look
like,
at the
oh,
picture too.
I
Oh,
can't
show.
wait till
That
I
was next.
sell Kelly and so. I'm like, they knew.
Yeah.
The lady at the shoe store?
She knew. Yeah, everybody knew.
Everybody knew. And I was
so-
wearing all black because I thought we were going to this magician show.
For
So
my
I'm in,
birthday.
like full goth look to go to this. If I would have known, I would have worn something totally different.
And
But you
you-
didn't.
You did.
didn't.
And, okay, but I do. I'm cracking up though. I do remember when your sister walked in and you changed. Remember, you're like, "Oh, Aaron, we got," because we were going
to the house.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
made her change.
She made her change.
I was like,
yes.
that's too casual for where we're going. You need
Yes.
to change.
You-
Borrow something from my closet.
Yeah.
So my sister changed into one of my dresses.
Yes. So
This is
I love this picture. So
pre
engagement.
surprise.
So they look really,
Mysterious.
really
Oh.
up to something.
Oh,
I had no clue.
She had
But
no
they
clue.
So look up to
So
something.
you're like, oh my God, we're celebrating Sherry's birthday again, and we're going to a restaurant. So I'm just gonna pretend it's all good, and then we're like, yeah. You're gonna be engaged in like 15 minutes from that. Yeah, yeah.
Ta-da.
That was awesome.
It was so
It was
fun.
the
It was
best.
the
It was
best. And
it
then
was the
remember
best.
that night we sat up in her house because it was on video. We woke her up out of bed because we sat and watched the video over and over again. Probably
yeah.
like
And they were crying. They were laughing so hard.
we were
Yeah.
like
Oh,
probably
yeah.
40 times,
Yeah.
and we just kept
watching it because your look and
Well, we got 100,000 views on TikTok.
Yeah.
That was good.
It was awesome.
you were so much. You just went, and I'm filming it. And I'm like,
Girlfriend didn't like it.
oh, you were so surprised.
I would have to go look at that.
It was
It was
awesome.
so
Oh my
good.
God.
Yeah, it was
We
great.
laughed so hard.
And
She
the
came out-
people's comments on TikTok are about, way to make a face at your friend.
They did like my hair too.
Yeah,
And
they
everybody
did
was talking
like
about
you
your
though,
hair.
too.
She's
Yeah.
rocking that blonde bob.
But to
That was
try
so
and
fun.
surprise you that and not take control over the city. I mean, because we're literally in Tennessee and you're a place in Franklin. So Elizabeth is wanting to navigate everything. And
Well, that's my nature anyway.
Right,
And
right.
Kent-
Oh my
It's hard
God.
to surprise me. I don't think I've ever been surprised in my whole
No,
life.
no.
Wow.
And then
So-
Kent had his
Oh, this
phone
is
off,
so
and she's like,
funny.
"Oh my God, poor Kent! His phone's not working. His clients are blowing him up. I feel so bad for him. Oh my God!"
That was all day.
We're like, "Oh my God!" And you're like, "It's working."
We
She's
know
like,
he's having a hard time.
Oh,
He's stressing out. I just feel the energy. And we're like, well, we feel different energy because he's literally down the street right now.
Oh my God! It was the best.
It was so
It was
fun.
so fun.
Yeah. And then you curled our hair.
Yep, I did
Elizabeth
everybody's
did our
hair.
I did the makeup. She
You
did
did the
hair.
makeup. Yeah. That was the best.
Yeah, awesome.
So these are kind of all the different adventures we've had for the last.
So what's your
15
next
years.
adventures? What do you got planned?
Her birthday.
Where?
Her birthday.
We're going to Atlantis.
Yeah, we're going to spa. Did
To
you
spa
forget?
day.
She forgot.
Oh my God, she so did. Look
We're
at her
going
face.
to spa day. Oh,
It's on her calendar.
Is it?
She has it on my
okay.
calendar.
Oh my God.
So that'll be fun, and then that's when we're gonna pick the wedding
And
thing.
then the next
and-
adventure is Jill's birthday.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
I did forget about that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Oh my, we're going back
Ugh.
to Tennessee.
I don't like this theme this year.
But if you ask me what I'd like our future adventures to be, I'd like our
Yes.
future adventures to be to take 2 weeks off, dump our phones, and go travel around Europe or go explore new stuff. And
Just the three of you, or
just
are we
the three
adding
of us and
husbands
go do-
into this?
But with Jill with the backpack. I want to see Jill with a
Okay.
backpack, not a giant bag. If that could happen, like if
Okay.
we could go travel light and just go and have a blast and just experience stuff, I think that would be super fun.
That would
That's
be
one thing I
fun.
really want to do.
I think we have to put it on the calendar.
I think
mean,
we
if we
do.
get it
We
on
gotta
the
plan it.
calendar, though.
My birthday's in November.
Okay, we can put it on the
Oh,
calendar
yeah.
because we're gonna have to.
I hear
we-
planning.
her and I have to-
saying.
Elizabeth and I have to do a weekend trip so we can plan her birthday.
Yeah, exactly.
We're like, okay, we're going. It's like a retreat, a Sherry birthday retreat to get her birthday going.
I think the thing that kind of keeps everybody working together on this, in my opinion, is just the fact that we're open to having conversations and we keep trying to keep the relationships fresh. So instead of letting them stagnate, there's always somebody, Jill's coming up with an idea about, hey, let's do this, or Sherry's coming up with an idea. We're always trying to think outside the box. And then as new things happen in their lives, exciting new people come into their lives, potential new dates and things happen. And it's really fun to share all that stuff together.
Oh
Uh-huh.
yeah, yeah.
is fun.
And she's the connector for sure. But
So,
it is.
I
Oh, go
think
ahead.
this segues next into, I think it's my final question, which
Okay.
is, what do you wish for each other? Like, what's your hopes and dreams for each other?
Wow.
I can go with that
Yeah.
real fast. My hope for Jill is that she loves herself as much as we love her, and that she finds a person that understands and appreciates all those wonderful things about her. And my hope for Sherry is that she finds someone who treats her like a princess
Yes.
and makes her feel and allows her to bake and cook and do all the things that she likes to do, even if she wants to sew, and just has a life filled with joy moving forward. I just want them both to have the right people in their lives that get them and support them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you,
great.
Elizabeth. I
Wow.
love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think for Elizabeth is really just to be validated as to wait. What did you say?
Lose weight.
Oh no. As to the amazing woman that she is, and to know that you will be taken care of, and that your future will be with Kent on a porch swing that you guys have together.
I hope
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. No, that'll happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what about Sherry?
For Sherry, oh my goodness, kind of like the joy thing, but just like being like you are a princess, and just being in a good way, but a great way, and being and finding that soulmate, that life partner, and being appreciated for who you are, and
Celebrated.
really you're
Being celebrated.
celebrated.
Yeah.
And for her heart, like Sherry has this amazing heart that I don't think people. Oh my gosh, that's right. And she's wearing it, not on her sleeve, but
on
on
her
chest. Just like the pink panty thing. Okay, so, but really, I mean, I don't think people really see sometimes that beautiful heart that shines through you. Can I give an example?
Yeah.
I know we kind of are getting off course here. So, for example, actually for both of you. Okay, so for example, because I think people see things on Facebook, people see, oh my gosh, this amazing career woman, and that. Well, first of all, we have to have our career in order to pay our bills. That doesn't mean that you're not available for another human to be part of your life, your soulmate. But anyway, I just wanted to say with Sherry, I don't think people see how your we have our circle, then we have an outer circle, and then beyond that, I don't think people see what Sherry brings to others outside of just us. And I'm going to give 2 examples, okay? Recent ones. So, for example, last September, October, you went to Tennessee. When was that?
I went in September.
In September. All right, you guys, think about this. She has a career. She left her job, so she took some time off and took her client, who is older, to see her friend. And if I get this messed up, let me know. To see her friend, who she will never ever see again, who is older, who's sick.
She's 90. The other
She's
gal.
90.
Yeah.
And how old is the other?
84.
84. Okay, who does that? Who actually leaves what they're doing, their life here, knows that there's never going to be another chance for her to see her friend, and you literally fly her. You guys get to Tennessee. You gave them the best time ever, and they will never see each other again after that. No. So I don't think people see that, and then like really knowing what's behind the scenes, like what's behind Facebook, and then of course you were there during deaths in my family and all of that. But I will take you to one thing. It's about my dog. So, so I'm in a car accident, have client appreciation event, so I think I'm in shock. Then, as you guys know, Mila dies on Thanksgiving morning, like at 3:30 in the morning, like in a really horrific way. So we're supposed to go to Sherry's for Thanksgiving. I know I'm getting off subject, but I really want to show a couple things because I don't think people understand. So we're at Thanksgiving dinner at Sherry's house. Sherry is, and you were away. Sherry is entertaining all these people, friends, family, people from the Bay Area, Connie's kids. I am numb, like numb. We are at dinner, and imagine you hosting a big Thanksgiving event. You're at dinner. Sherry sees me across the table. I'm gonna cry. Sherry sees me and just sees I'm glossed. I am glossed over. And I'm really having a hard time with Mila's death. So she comes and gets me and goes, I think you should go to bed and you can sleep in my room. So she gets me up, brings me to her bed, changes me, puts socks on me, make sure I have the socks so I can sleep. Okay, think about this.
I did.
Tucks me in, and I stayed at her house for 2 nights. After this, who would ever leave? But and tucks me in and literally rubs my head because I'm just tearing until I fell asleep. And she's got a whole group of people on Thanksgiving dinner at the dinner table. Everybody's eating, and that is a true friend. I mean, seriously, who does that? And people don't know that in the background.
And people also don't realize when they see someone who's bubbly and joyous and full of vigor like Sherry, they don't realize that that persona, that person, isn't always that person. Like, it's not always that. So it's we know when it's not here, it's here. And we know how to help her regulate between those two, and not an expectation of her always being, perfect, bubbly Barbie, and happy all the time, right? Because you can't do that. Life isn't like that, Yeah. And people will make assumptions about Jill that maybe she's a certain way all the time, and they'll make assumptions about me that maybe I'm just a hard ass all the time, or this and that and the other. But the reality is that's not reality. That's not the truth. And the people who really know you and know your core understand where your vulnerabilities are, and they don't exploit them. They support them.
And even with you, Elizabeth, you I don't think and I but like what you have given for your time, and you contribute outward. I mean, look at with Casa. Look at how many years you were with Casa. You invite Elizabeth to a fundraiser, or she's buying the tickets for the fundraiser. She shows up. She's out there selling tickets, and she's out there raising the paddle. This woman gives,
For me, it's a competition, though. I do have that.
Yeah. But not against us.
She's winning the dinner, and we're going.
Yes. Woo! It's so true. But this woman, you give you give a lot that people, and I hope that's okay when you say it, but you give so much out, and you really do change lives, Elizabeth. You really make a difference. Yeah. Now people are going to be like, we're inviting her to our fundraiser.
I'm on timeout, remodel.
Yeah. You are on our, yes, that's it, yes. So be careful
Oh my God.
Miss Sherry, your turn.
My turn?
What are your wishes for these guys, these two beautiful ladies?
Oh, wow. So my wish. Let's see. My wish. That's the song, My Wish. My wish for you, right? My wish.
I don't know, maybe you could sing it for us.
No.
No, we're good.
No.
We know her strengths.
Yes. Yes. I would say for Elizabeth, the wish that I have for Elizabeth, because Elizabeth is an amazing person who everybody thinks is rock solid, can do everything and anything and everything, and doesn't need anything. And it would be lovely to see the side that you work so hard on is showing your softer side and allowing others to help. And you want to create such an amazing relationship with your friends and your family and your boys, and already know that you have done the most amazing job ever. I mean, you've raised we've all raised wonderful kids, but you have two amazing, wonderful young men. And I would love to see you just absorb that and allow that to just continue to happen. And same with Kent, and know that he's got your back. And you focus so much on like how to uplift and do for others and allow others to do for you. Like this was a gift for us to be able to do, because we're not allowed to. So it would be really nice is to see like all the generosity that you pour out to everyone else is to allow it to come back freely. And
Love that.
and I mean and then for Miss Jill, wow. So Miss Jill she's taught me a ton over the years, especially your kindness and grace that you share with people and show upon others, sometimes that maybe I'm not so good at. But there are so many times when I've been really frustrated or whatever with somebody or a situation, and I'm always like, what would Jill do? What would Jill do?
The same first letter.
Jill would be nice. Okay, be nice. Be nice. And I think I somewhat mirror what Elizabeth says, is that you would just, and I love the person who you are, because you are amazing.
Thank you.
Internally, externally, and just be free with who you are and not worry because everybody adores you.
Thank you.
And they have both done some pretty amazing things for me. I know you shared some pretty awesome stories about me, but the times then they've showed up, which we don't have to go into, but I got some solid friends, and I am so blessed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You do. Thank
That's
you.
amazing. What a great way
And
to
on a
end.
side note, I think it's really important that we support one another.
What are you doing? Oh my gosh! Is my lipstick okay?
I don't know. Green would look better.
Are we good? Are we wrapping things up? Okay. Well, let's do this. Okay. Well, first of all, wow, you guys, we really are blessed. We're blessed with each other. We're blessed with our family, our kiddos. I don't even know what more to ask for. Just continue down our path. So thank you so much.
Thanks
you
for
guys.
having
Thank
us.
you. I
was
love
fun.
this.
It was
This was
super
fun. Yeah.
You're getting
And then
liquored up in the middle of the day.
I know.
So it's real estate
Just
now.
a tushy more.
Just a tushy more. And we got to go back to our Monday night dinners.
Yes, we did.
And then poolside, because when we do, so sometimes what we'll do, like Sherry will be like, hey, you guys want to come over and float? We know exactly what that means.
Yes.
So that's good. Now the weather's warming up. Okay, so as we wrap up the special bestie day, I just want to say how incredibly grateful I am, of course, because you guys are just super souls. You're my super souls. Thank
I like
you.
that.
I
like
love that. So what started in real estate and raising kids and doing all that stuff, I really do believe that God brought us together through real estate. That was our connection. And Auntie Patty was right. To have a friend, you have to be a friend. And that means showing up, speaking truth, holding space for each other, and celebrating each other along the way, which we do. And I want to encourage anybody that's watching today, whether you're surrounded by your tribe, I mean, we are so blessed to have a great tribe, or still searching for your people, know that real friendship is possible and it's worth nurturing. I know I'm reading off of this, but I don't want to forget it. So from our hearts to yours, happy bestie day in
Happy
June.
bestie day.
And you guys, yes, and go call your friends, plan a girls trip. Maybe not for Sherry's birthday. Send a text or simply show up. Life's better when it is shared.
Yay.
Love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.